I just woke up. That's why I'm looking so rough. Ain't even. I'm just now getting my coffee made right now. First cup. But I had something on my mind as soon as I woke up, reeling through. I do a lot of research. The past day or two, I've been seeing they found some bird down in Antarctica, and the way they're just putting it out there, it looks to me like a giant stork, giant white stork. When I was a kid, I've always wondered why they had the story of bringing us in as a baby, as with the stork. And most of the stuff that I've seen and wondered about in my life, I've done the research on and figured out sooner or later what it's about. Still never figured out that stork. I figured out that the North Pole is got the biggest mountain on this planet, and I believe it to be the mountain. I want to say Sinai, but I'm not. I've read the Bible a couple times and I've studied it a bit, but I don't have all the scriptures in my head, like recalling them up. Sometimes I make mistakes, but that mountain, I believe that's the North Pole. And them storks that bring us in, well, that could be the South. That could be that Arctic wall that we have to come over. I've heard a lot of people talk about this matrix, trying to escape this matrix. I believe they're wrong. I believe the Jewish people took the older religions, the scrolls, the tablets, everything that had made before, and they decided that the whole thing was for the people who made them to take power over other people, and they figured, well, we're going to take it all and make our own, and we're going to really take power over everybody because we're going to make it good. We're going to make it real good. Everybody will fall into our trap because we've been working on this. So they come up with their version so that they could take power. What they didn't realize is the people that came out with them tablets and them scrolls before, they wasn't looking for power. They wanted the truth to get out. I believe it has a lot of truth in it because it comes from the true place to begin with. They didn't realize that, so that they put their stuff in it to try to take control of people, but at the same time, they're putting in a lot of God's word. They're looking at stuff the wrong way. They're idiots. They're plain, straight up idiots. I don't believe we're meant to escape the matrix. We're not meant to. That's not what this is. I believe when God said about bringing heaven on earth, that's exactly what he was wanting, and that's exactly what it's going to happen. Until that day happens, well, it's just going to be either we're going to make it or we're going to start back over. Until it happens, that's what's going to be. So we can either let this shit go all to pieces and let them send us back to cavemen or however far back we have to rescind, or we can go ahead and make it, and we can go forward with making heaven on earth. Once we make it heaven on earth, well, this is ours. This is where we belong. And once we make it heaven on earth, well, we're going to be happy with it. We won't want to go nowhere else anyway. I don't know if I'm right about anything or whether I really am getting closer and closer. I don't know, but I've often wondered about that stork. To see that bird they found down in Antarctica, well, that's pretty damn profound. I do believe we're on a flat land. I don't think this is no ball flying through space anymore. It's kind of hard because there's proof both ways, and it's really hard to make my mind up a which, because I mean there's proof for both. I do believe we're on a flat plane. What's past that ice wall, I don't have no clue. Could be more lands, different peoples. This plane could be just flat and keep going, and there'd be more lands and more lands and more lands. I don't know. This might be. I've had the thought that maybe it's a big. It's kind of flat, but it's also kind of round. Goes out real far flat, and then it curves back around. Then you got the bottom coming back, and there's stuff under there. I've had that thought that this Earth is just way bigger than what they've made it out to be, because they stop it at the ice wall and say, well, that's the South Pole. That's it. And it might just be so big that the ice wall is just more lands beyond it, but sooner or later it does come back around to make a sphere. I don't know. I guess we're not going to know, because NASA's such liars. Our government is such liars. We're going to have to get honest people doing this work. I think we're going to have to make this a heaven on earth. If we don't make this heaven on earth, well, sooner or later we're all going to be sent back in time, not in time, but our technology is going to be smashed. We're going to be many killed. The only ones that's going to be left to start again is going to be idiots. Not really idiots, but they're not going to have the information for making new anti-gravity machines and fields that we can use to keep ourselves safe. It'll be people that's just starting from scratch, starting back at the beginning. We might go back to cavemen, or we might just go back to building our wooden houses and weaving our quilts. Who knows how far we'll get smacked back again. I don't think that we're here to escape a matrix. I believe that God's word is in the Bible quite a bit, because they took They took the ancient stuff, information that was out there, and they made the Bible from that. So they put a lot of truth in it. They had to, because they couldn't come up with a story good enough to make us feel it and believe it without using it. So they added a lot of their lies and bullshit to keep trying to take power over us to the truth, and that's how they made it. But they're so fucking stupid. They don't believe. They think that taking power over this world and over the other people is, that's their way to the good life. I don't know. Being powerful and rich, who cares? They're just dumb as fuck. Because I truly believe that when God said about making this heaven on earth, that's what he wants. I don't give a fuck what you want. I damn sure don't give a fuck what Rothschild wants. The only thing that matters is God. He created it all. Everything, everywhere. He's the only one. You can thank him for your life. You can thank him for all your possessions. You can thank him for all the power that you've had on this whole thing from the beginning. And if you've forgotten and you think that he's not real, the only thing that matters to you is how far ahead you get in this life and how rich you are and how many people you get to tell what to do up under you. Well, I'm sorry for you. Maybe you'll learn in your next life. I'm gonna finish making my coffees and wake up. I'll make a better video later, but I just had to get this out there. We gotta do better. I love y'all. Have a good one.